Hey guys, today's video is going to be a Christmas home tour of my own home. So let's get started. To start this tour off, I want to start on my front porch. This is so important to decorate for your guests when they come. And here is a trick that I do every season. Now, this is just 2 urns. I have 2 on each side. And I have a cheap little $20 tree from Walmart that is lit at night. And then I'll stick faux picks in the little trees. But then when I'm going to have company, I go forage, real magnolia and real greenery and fill that up, and it takes it to a whole nother level. All right, come on in. We're in the foyer, and every year I put my lighted houses on this piece. They're not expensive. I think a couple of them I found at garage sales. My grandkids love to decorate and put the little people in different spots. One of my other very favorite things is this picture. I found it in an antique store. I'm all about vintage Christmas, and when I saw this, I had to have it. I have 2 lanterns that flank the front door, and they stay out all year long. But of course, to make it more Christmassy, I added some bows with a little bit of greenery. I love to use these candles, they're flameless candles, on timers so that in the evening they come on and they shut off in 4 hours, but it just makes this whole foyer area very romantic. We're in my dining room, and for a centerpiece, I just did a floral. I have this jar out all year long, so I took out what I had, added some greenery, and then this year I found these beautiful little small magnolia flowers that I stuck in with that, and that's all it needed. Now I have a tree over here that I kept really kind of simple, and for the first time I put tinsel on it this year. I don't know how many of you remember tinsel growing up as a child, but that is how my mother decorated the tree. These are ornaments that I made myself, and I have a video so you can check that out, but they're plastic ornaments that I used tissue paper and Mod Podged them onto the ornament. It was such a fun project. Nothing takes a tree over the top to me other than droplets, glass droplets. You can find them anywhere, but put them on the edge of your tree and it just makes this tree so elegant. Another ornament that I made were these beautiful, I wanted to imitate intaglios. I used air clay and cookie molds that I found on Amazon and made these and added it to the tree. I kept it pretty simple, but I absolutely love the way it turned out. Now I have 2 sconces that flank each side of my mirror, and of course I added bows. Anything that can get a bow, I'm probably gonna add it. And then I have a swag that I've had for years. I don't know if you guys are like this, but I've collected Christmas since I was raising the kids. I've had that swag forever, but to take it to another level, I added some beautiful large pine cones, and then I stuck some real magnolia in the top. This is a special print. I found it at a garage sale and just reframed it. And the vintage Santa, he has my heart. When I'm decorating for Christmas in my kitchen, I tend to just sprinkle a little bit of Christmas in, but one of the things I really like to do is to create what I call vignettes, and that's just a little bit of a collected items in certain areas of the kitchen. This is one of them. I have this wooden tray out all year long with my paper towels, but I put a little snowman on it, a little candle, and this little butter dish I found at an antique store. Here's an example of just a small vignette I created with a little house and a little Santa and another vintage print. Let me tell you, if you are looking for some unique Christmas art, go on Etsy. You will find a lot to choose from. That's where I've got that, and just put it in a gold frame. This is a special towel that one of my friends from church made me. The details on it are so beautiful, and it just looks so lovely on the black stove. My little salt and pepper kissing Santa and Mrs. Claus are vintage as well and reminds me of my mother. You will notice in my house that I don't really do a lot of red for Christmas except in my kitchen. But these little guys are my favorite things to get out every year. Here's a tip when you are creating a vignette, whether it's in your kitchen or any other room, and that is to add a little bit of greenery around what you've collected. It really just nestles it in. This is real greenery. A lot of times when you put real greenery in your house, it's gonna dry out in about a week to 2 weeks, but if you're getting ready to have a party, real greenery makes it beautiful. Here are 2 more vintage artwork pieces that I got off of Etsy and put them in gold frames. This is such a great way to elevate your Christmas decorating for pennies on the dollar. This is my main Christmas tree. Again, it doesn't have very much red on it, but I really love to pull out a bronze color. I love plaid ornaments. I love the gold stars, everything about it. I think I'd like to keep my tree up all winter, but I don't think Scott's gonna let me. I have a video on how I decorated this tree and the steps that I used to add the decorations to the tree. Remember, you can always add more and more every year. This little dish that sits on my table was from an antique store. The ornaments were just a couple of dollars. You can have elegant Christmas decorations and do it on a budget. For the garland on my mantle, I did something very simple this year. I had to get new garland because last year I let it swag too low and the fire melted some of the garlands. So be careful not to do that. But I decided I didn't want to do a lot on the mantle, so I kept it very simple by adding 2 ornaments in the middle and a very simple deep burgundy bow. I have had these stockings forever. They remind me of something you might find in England. I actually put tissue paper in them so it fills them out when they're hanging under the mantle. We all have our favorite things that we have gotten over the years, and this Santa is absolutely one of my favorites. You know how I love toile, but I love the pattern on the front of his coat. And then I found these 2 little white sheep, and so I just put greenery around them. I'm nestling them in, and then I took a little bit of snow and sprinkled it all the way around. And I also added just a little small string of lights. This floral arrangement is super easy. Please don't let arrangements intimidate you, especially ones you're gonna do for Christmas or winter. You just need a few different types of stems. And I have different stems in the summer and the spring. I pull those out and pack them away. And then for the winter, these are the stems I chose. A little bit of glitter, a little bit of green. Here's just another simple vignette I have created. I've had these snowmen forever. And think about this, when you're creating a vignette, if I had just put the snowman here in just the house, it would still look cute. But the fact that I nestled it in with greenery and a little bit of snow, it just makes the whole vignette beautiful. Here's a simple collection of trees. They don't all have to match. In fact, after Christmas, go shopping and after clearance Christmas sales. I do that, I add them every year, and after I put them up here, I just sprinkle a little bit of snow. The centerpiece on my coffee table is extremely simple. It's a big basket that I filled with some pine cones, a few ornaments, and a little bit of greenery. I absolutely adore this beautiful needlepoint Christmas scene that, yes, I found at a garage sale. I believe my kids are gonna fight over this one. In the guest bathroom, I have this Grinch painting that I did years ago, but his colors just pop off of the white board and batten. And of course, if there's a place for a bow, I can't help myself, like on these sconces. Well, I hope you enjoyed my Christmas home tour. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Jennifer Decorates, and I will see you in the next video. Have a very Merry Christmas.